What's going on, everyone? It is Landy from Reeve Adventures coming at you again today with another trail review. This time I'm heading to Pipestone, but instead of taking the Razor, I'm taking the Sportsman 850. The reason for this is because I want to try to get to this place called Whitetail Reservoir. And last time I tried on the Razor, it was a little too big for some of the rocky sections. So let's check this map out and I'll show you guys where I'm going. All right, so this is a map that I had picked up, and I basically, if you take the highway, and you take the exit for Pipestone, you can get off at this trailhead here. And I'm going to take this road all the way up here. And then the trail that I'm taking is this one that goes all the way up to this Whitetail Reservoir. So pretty much starting here, hopefully ending up here. We'll see. If you guys come out this way, download this app called Avenza PDF Maps, and then you can scan this. You can probably scan it right off the video. That way you have the map on your phone, and what's also cool is you don't just have the map, it also shows your location. So I have it on my iPhone, of course, so when I'm riding I can check the app and I can see exactly what trail I'm on because there's a lot of trail restrictions, and it's a good way to not get lost. Anyways, let's go get this thing ready, trying to get this 850 set up. I pretty much have everything, and then we'll hit the trail. All right, guys, so I just got to Pipestone right off the exit on Route 90. 90 is actually right behind me. And there's two ways to get to the trails. So you can either go left towards Delmo Lake or right to this Pipestone trailhead access. So this trailhead down here, the closest one to the highway, does have bathrooms. It has everything you need. It's only four-wheeler trails right there. And this, if you go left, you can get to all the side-by-side stuff. But the road to the left really beats the crap out of your truck. So park down here, use the bathroom, do whatever you need to do, and drive your side-by-side ATV dirt bike up to the top, just because that road's horrible and I've always found parking down below. All right, so we're gonna take that road towards Delmo up to the trailhead. I think I know pretty much where I'm going, at least to what trail. All right, so I finally made it to the trail that I'm going on. It is 8695. Had to double check using the app on my phone. Always a great thing to have. A good way to kind of remember where this trail is. You kind of drive up towards Delmo till you see this big sign that's in the middle or off to the side of the road, and then that is the trail we're taking. Well, that sucks. And this is why you always come prepared with tire plugs and everything, because this tire is flat. All right, I don't know if it just popped off the bead somewhere, but we'll get the air compressor out and we'll get this fixed. So first things first, I think it just popped off the bead somewhere, but we'll get some air in it. I think to do that, I have to take this off. Well, I wouldn't recommend having everything tied to the front or have some battery. Easier to get to the battery out here. I'm hoping that it slipped off the bead somewhere and there's not actually a puncture in it, but we'll find out here in a couple seconds. That'll be good. Get this all buttoned back up and we'll be back on the trail. I've barely made a dent on this trail, so we have a long ways to go to get to whitetail. Here's a lesson. Always check both. That tire's flat too. I don't know what I hit or hit something wrong, but I have 2 flat front tires. Maybe that one was flat when I left the house. I don't think it was, but I'll get that fixed and then we'll get back on this trail. All right, we have our 3rd flat tire. I don't know what the is going on. This is crazy. Tell you what, I'm getting really good at setting this air compressor up. 3rd one of the day. All right, so I put a bunch of air in both of the rear tires now. I'm thinking that there was just not enough air in them and I just kept popping them off the bead. It's weird, I've ridden this 4-wheeler out here before and never had an issue, and I just went through 3 tires. So that's kind of crazy, but we'll keep on riding, going to get this air compressor put away for the 3rd time now. This is actually a really cool spot out here. Pretty awesome. Wide open, awesome views. You can see the reservoir in the distance. Means I am close. Super pumped I actually made it out here. I can't believe how muddy it was. So I've ridden all over Pipestone and haven't found this much mud, and it's kind of crazy, but I guess it's from all the snow that they got, and you know, just big mud puddles. And also there's a lot of, you can see behind me, there's some frozen over puddles that I'm not driving over. I have no idea how deep that is, and I really don't want to get stuck. Well, I'm just about to the reservoir. Let's go check this thing out. Made it out to Whitetail Reservoir. Haven't been here yet. Super pumped that I actually made this ride. It was pretty far. It's probably 30 miles or so from the house, and it's not too bad, but the trails, I'm shocked how muddy they were. So for the first half of the actual trail ride, it wasn't bad. It was a little rocky here and there. But once you get, you know, pretty far into the trail, it gets really muddy. And some of those mud holes I was a little concerned of. Actually, can't really see the bottom of them. Probably should have stopped to check them. But it was a ton of fun getting out here, walking out to the reservoir. Now it looks pretty frozen over, actually. It must get pretty cold up here. And glad I didn't stay parked here, because boy, was I sinking into the ground and had to use 4-wheel drive to get out of there. So thankfully I realized that and didn't get stuck in the middle of nowhere. So other than that, this ride was awesome. Gonna relax, drink a couple beers, have some food, check out this reservoir. All right, so I'm now heading out of here. Had some lunch, had some drinks. Going to get this thing back home. We have a few hours of sunlight left, so I want to get it back home just in case we have any more issues with any tires. So let's get this ride underway and get back home and get warmed up, because now we got some cold weather coming in. I found the spot where I turned around in the Razor, and I figured out why I could get up it now. You can see all these big rocks have been pushed to the side all along the trail. And I think it was those guys that I just showed that came through in those trucks and other rock crawlers. I'm guessing some of the Jeeps and smaller vehicles couldn't make it over those rocks, so they moved a lot of this stuff. It almost looks like someone took a plow through here and kind of just moved this stuff around. Anyways, I kind of figured out why I couldn't get up it before, but now it's wide open and easy, which kind of sucks. I was hoping for a little bit of a challenge coming up and down here. Well, today was a blast, minus the 3 flat tires. That is all my fault. I should have checked the tire pressure before I left. They just really didn't have any air in them, and I think I would have popped a 4th one if I didn't fill it up. So now that we're all filled up, it was a good day, no more pop tires. Definitely wouldn't recommend doing that run by yourself, and I probably shouldn't have, and I probably won't again, especially since I don't have a winch on it. I have a winch on the Grizzly, and I probably should have taken that. There was a couple spots where I almost got stuck, and thankfully there was a group right in front of me that would have been able to pull me out if I did get stuck. But if there was no one back there, it would have been pretty rough trying to get this thing out of there. I don't have anything with me other than tools, so that would have sucked. Anyways, this is a little trail that jumps back to the road. Really cool overlook spot. This place is amazing. Pipestone's awesome. It does get busy, so you could probably see all the cars that I have driven past, and where the trailheads are, it's packed full of trucks and cars and trailers. So it's a pretty popular area to come riding, but it's so much fun. There's so many trails out here. If you guys haven't been here, I totally recommend coming out here and trying it out. You have everything from dirt bike, ATV, side-by-side, Jeep trails. You guys saw all those trucks and big lifted Jeeps and stuff that came through on that one trail, and they took the same trail I did. So you can take all that stuff on those types of trails. You can't take them on this one. This is ATV only, but you can, there's tons of areas for big stuff back here. All right, made it back to the house safe. No more flat tires still. Just wanted to get onto the trail review section of this video. Anyways, the first thing I like to talk about is difficulty, and it really wasn't too bad. There were some interesting areas and some mud holes. I definitely have a winch with you or a buddy to pull you out, but I don't think it was that difficult. In my opinion, they do have some difficult trails at Pipestone, so you just have to watch what you get into, and depending on your skill level, you might not want to get after some of the more difficult trails. And a lot of them are marked when you get to the trailhead. It'll have like a little rectangle sign that says the difficulty of it. Or second, the camping access. So Pipestone, I believe you can really camp anywhere. A lot of those trailheads where I pointed at down below, and the ones that I passed in the videos where you see all the trucks and trailers parked, you can put your camper there and camp out for the weekend. A lot of people do, and I believe because it's all public land, you're allowed to just pull off on the trail and camp anywhere. I know I've seen a couple cool camp spots. I would have stopped today if I saw some other ones, but of course you can set up a camp spot anywhere you want. It's nice to, find the ones that already have the camp rings, so you can set up a fire real quick. The third thing is what you can bring. So In Pipestone, you can bring dirt bikes, ATVs, side-by-sides, and Jeeps. The trails that I went on today back to Whitetail Reservoir, you can bring absolutely anything. So you saw all those big trucks and Jeeps and everything. You can bring ATVs, dirt bikes, whatever you want, but there are a lot of restricted trails for the bigger stuff. So a lot of the trails you'll see, they have rocks on either side, so you can only fit something 50 inches wide, or it'll be dirt bike only. The last thing I wanted to add to the trail review is phone service. So phone service is kind of important, not for checking Instagram and Facebook, but in case something happens and you need to make a phone call. It wasn't too bad at Whitetail Reservoir. So, well, when I got to the reservoir, I didn't have any service, but leading up to there, I could still make phone calls. I had a couple bars of service here and there, and I have AT&T, and it's not the best in Montana. I believe Verizon is the go-to phone service. So those guys might have a lot more phone service than I did. And I think it's really important to kind of know that, just because anything can happen out there. You can pop 3 tires. I mean, I could have broken something that I, couldn't drive back with. So just wanted to touch on that as well. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe, like, and if you have any questions, comment below. Appreciate it, every one of you. Thanks.